I just went over 7 top selling Etsy items and I'm about to break down exactly why each product actually makes sales. I can use EverBee to break down a lot of these results. Alright, let's go ahead and go over the first one. We have a mug right here, Cluster F Fixer. Obviously this is a great gift. As you can see, this is also personalized. So personalization for one is going to help this product actually sell. And since this is a gift, Etsy is a great website to sell gifted products. And obviously since this is for a guy, more than likely a woman is probably purchasing this. Most of the customers that I've ever had on Etsy are all women. Let's go ahead and see some of the sales data. As we can see, it has a 2.5% conversion rate. And although it says $14.39, that's probably on their lower end with an 11-ounce white. They're probably actually getting a little more than that. They're probably getting $16.19 occasionally, also $17.99 and so forth. And let's go ahead and see if they have shipping. They do as well, $5.99, which is the perfect shipping price before a customer decides to look somewhere else for a better shipping price. So they also do have a decent listing template. They have other variations. They have the other color options on here as well. They have social proof. They have product features and product benefits going on. And then they have a little sale image right here. So it looks like this is 50% off, as if this is going on for just today. So that's an awesome image to have as well if you have your sales going on. 10 people bought this in the last 24 hours. Let's go ahead and look at the data itself. So right here I'm using EverBee, which is really important. If you say otherwise, then you probably have not sold on a marketplace long enough. You have not made millions of dollars on Etsy. You don't have students like myself who have 6 and 7 figure students. And I don't say that to boast or brag, but any marketplace for my 10 years plus selling online, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, it's all based off of data. Customers come on here searching for products, meaning you need to be able to supply the products that customers are looking for. So it is possible that you may have a product that you didn't do any proven research on and you put it out on the market and then you made the listing look really nice and you probably got a few sales. That's because you happen to hit on a product that's actually being searched, but that's not always going to work. Sometimes you may come up with a creative idea in your own head, but there's no way that customers are getting to your actual product. You don't necessarily need to do external marketing, social media, Facebook, any of those things, because this is already a marketplace. Customers, millions of customers are already searching for what they want. So they're ready to convert with you as long as you have the right product. If you're doing additional social media advertising and whatnot, then you might as well run that traffic to your own website so you can always retarget them. And a lot of times these customers aren't ready to convert. You're shoving a product in customers' faces, hoping it stops them in their tracks or they check out with you. In comparison to on a marketplace, they're ready to buy as long as you have the right product. So let's go ahead and take a look at this anyways. We got $11,000 monthly revenue. Awesome. And this is a new product 4 months ago. So this isn't an average across like 2-3 years. This is an average, very recent average. So, you know, this product has done fairly well. So overall, we have nice shipping price, really good template, a design is proven on top of personalization. So that's what makes this product work as well. They can make the listing template look a little nicer with some more branding to it. But a lot of times new sellers are missing out on all of these additional photos and whatnot. So although you may have a proven design, it's kind of hard for you to convince the customer to check out with you. So I hope you had some good takeaways from that listing. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so this one is really simple, custom sweatshirt. Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. Go ahead and use the EverBee tool. $16,000 monthly average. It's been selling for a long time too. Look at that trend chart too. It's very consistent, very consistent, looking about 20-30 sales per day. And I know you probably tried to list a product like this before and it probably didn't work out for you. A lot of times a product like this, you have to really focus on getting it organically ranked so that you can get those consistent sales. So they were probably selling for break even at one point in time, offering some really good prices and whatnot at one time as well. 28 people bought this in 24 hours. There's a possibility that this is probably not print on demand, but even with print on demand, a long sleeve, a sweatshirt like this, very profitable, honestly. Oh, $8.31 shipping and they're still converting with a seller. Man, they are very profitable. Even with print on demand, this is very profitable. And this is a really simple one to do in-house as well. Obviously, all you need is a vinyl cutter and a heat press and you're good to go. They could make the listing template a little nicer. I bet you they will be able to raise their conversion rate slightly higher just by being able to add the personalization tutorial within the image as well as like a how to check out image. Like this is how you do it. Number 1, you go to the example field, you type in the name, the text. 2, this is where you select your color. 3, this is the font choice as an additional image instead of you only having it right right there, because you're convincing them through the photos of what you got going on, and then boom, they're sold on it. And then now you're about to tell them how to do it. So you're going to point them in the direction that they should go to check out for the actual product. So this is a great product. This is a very standard, tried and true product. People love customized, personalized sweatshirts till the end of time. This is something that's always going to be sold. Do not be afraid to compete, even though there's probably hundreds of other listings just like it. The only way that you're gonna have the possibility of even knowing you can become one of these highly ranked products is if you even try. A lot of new sellers are so scared that, you know, they're gonna put up this listing and it doesn't work out for them because everyone else is doing it. And that's the worst mentality to have when it comes to selling on the marketplace. Yes, it's flooded with other sellers, but it's up to you to continue to try to list to see if your next listing is going to work or not. And you have to get all these variations right, all these additional images, your shipping price, and so on. And it can be overwhelming, and sometimes you might feel like you want to give up because you've done it over and over and then you didn't see any results. But look at the small details of the data that you are getting views. You might not be getting clicks. That might mean you're using the right SEO, but you don't have a really good initial mock-up, so you're not getting that click. You're getting those clicks, you're not getting conversions, people aren't checking out with you. Look at the rest of your listing and see if you're speaking to the customer and making them want to check out with you. Okay, so go ahead and think about that. Whenever you are getting those initial sets of data, you really have to formulate and say to yourself, what do we have right and what are we missing? If you gave up because that one listing didn't work, then none of your future listings is going to work because you gave up. So you got to continue to keep pushing through. All right, so next product right here, we have embroidered sweatshirts. This is great too because this is not a mock-up. As you can see, this is a real image. And why is this important? Because customers know that, you know, certain products are mock-ups, but yes, they might love the product so much that they're still going to continue to check out with you. But especially embroidered products as well, there are effects that you can use for your text and whatnot to kind of make the mock-up, but it's obvious with a real photo, it's obviously embroidered, right? It's really hard to fake that. It's not hard to fake it. There's a few mock-ups you can get by with, but there's nothing more valuable to the customer when they know this is a product that really lived outside of a mock-up and they've seen it actually become printed in real life before. So they know this is a physical, real product. They have a nice little badge right here, fast shipping. I bet you next day shipping will probably work a little better for them. I would actually test out some more mock-ups. Their second mock-up actually looks a little nicer, but I can kind of see why this one, even though it's not as good, works well. It's just kind of quick to the point and you're just like looking left and right instead of like up and right. So I can kind of see why this one works. I would like to see a version where it's not cropped out, so that may help it out just slightly a bit, but we wouldn't know until we actually try it. Oh, here it goes right here. So yeah, I feel like this one would probably work a little better if they just took out that background. But anyways, they're still doing a really great job. And another thing too is probably not a print on demand product. So a lot of times when products aren't print on demand, it's going to be a little less competitive, and then you can take advantage of unique applications, meaning like unique placements of the actual design. Like I don't think there's a print on demand platform that's going to allow you to do the embroidery at this very, very bottom right here, right? So that's the power. If you have your own equipment, if you're printing in house, if you're shipping yourself, that's what could be done if you are going about that route. But I will say we've done in house for years and years. It can become a little hectic and you are going to have to grind twice as hard. You're going to have to find a team for your fulfillment side. And in the beginning, you have to constantly focus on getting your listings right so that you're actually getting sales, and then you're losing time on fulfillment, so you're not really able to focus on more listings and better designs and polishing up your product page because you're too busy fulfilling. You have to work twice as hard, although you do have a unique competitive advantage by, you know, being able to have unique placements and whatnot. So that is the thing when it comes to fulfilling in-house. There's pros and cons to everything in this game, but pretty cool. Love all their mock-ups because they show like the different color variation options available. Like, you know, what if a customer wanted to see what the pink on the blue looks like, the black on the cream, and so forth. Once again, I would love to see a checkout image on here. Oh, they do actually have one, how to order. So that works out fairly well. Maybe if they made it look a little better, maybe the text, the font, but at the end of the day, it matches everything else in the actual listing. Their listing is working, so not really too much to fix. Just aesthetically, it's not entirely pleasing, but at the same time, it's to the point. And right here, it says ready to ship in 1 to 2 business days. I love that they have that. So that's really just adding on to their initial badge. So, you know, that really sounds fast. I like the emoji going on with it as well. Let's see, what's their shipping cost? $6.36. Not too bad. I know they're making some great money because embroidery profits are amazing whenever you're doing that in-house. All right, so next thing right here, this is a mental health mug. January just came by. January is a great time for mental health awareness products as well. I do also love the fact that this is not a mock-up. This is a real image. Once again, customers can see that you have a mock-up. I'm not saying mock-ups are bad at all, but customers do like to see it live outside of a mock-up, so they know it's a real physical in the world product, right? And this is just an awesome design itself. It's just kind of all over the place. Oh wait, hold on, let's go back 1 second. Let me click analyze listing. Let's see what's going on with those 2 sweatshirts. Wow, $42,000 per month. Crazy. All right, back to the mental health awareness mug. All right, so I just love this design right here. Very, very, very nice. And it just looks like it's worth a lot because it's wrapped around the whole entire thing instead of, you know, just like a design on one side and a design on the other side. So they're just doing a really good job just showing off the mug itself. So I've never really seen a listing where it's just straight mock-ups, just straight up like full on image just like that. And I bet you this could be the new wave. And I can tell it's all iPhone photos or whatever phone they have. The most important thing when it comes to taking phone photos, do it near the window and make sure it's broad daylight outside, because the only difference that makes your camera quality a whole lot better nowadays, most cameras on phones have really nice quality, but it's all about the lighting. If it has a lot of sunlight, that photo is going to come out extremely crispy, just like these right here. I can guarantee you these are just camera phone photos. All right, so one thing that we do have to think about as well, I do see their title is really optimized for just search, but sometimes, and it is rare, some shops are very social media heavy. So some of these shops aren't even focused on, you know, the actual product research. Some shops they just don't want a Shopify store. They don't want their own website themselves. They still do a lot of social media work as well. So that is one thing to think about, just to remind you. Once again, a lot of the products on Marketplace, you are taking advantage of the Marketplace search itself, but there are times where sellers are doing really heavy advertising on their social media platforms. You can always go and kind of take a look as well. So we can hop on over to their Instagram, and here we have their Instagram. So it's not extremely heavy, but let's see, I bet you 1 or 2 of the items have gone viral right there. This has gone fairly viral. This is yeah, I guess it depends on your definition of viral, but 68,000 views on a product like this, that's awesome. So they're doing a really good job, and just the way that they're posting is awesome. So, you know, I can't downplay that at all. This is just one of the very unique Etsy shops that just has that very true organic look that I know Etsy wants their website to look like, in comparison to like print on demand mock-up here, print on demand mock-up there. This is a great shop right here. So, you know, nothing to complain about. It's different than the usual style template, but the way they branded everything with their real true physical photos, videos, their designs, their branding, everything, this is what helps you stand out. It's what allows the customers to know that you are doing the extra work. You're going the extra mile to make your shop look a whole lot better than the competitors, even though there are print-on-demand sellers that sell the same exact design. So with the EverBee tool, you can actually just analyze their whole entire shop as well. 30,000 sales, and you can do something like this right here. Let's see the monthly sales. It's not entirely accurate. I've actually used this on my own shop before, and there's a product that was doing like $7,000 per month, but it showed up as $700. So always keep that in mind as well. But that product right there, $19,000 per month. Amazing. So on to the next thing. Let's go ahead and see. So I have no clue on this one. I had an idea of all the other product designs and why they're actually selling, but this right here, it's not even using that many keywords. So this could be one of those websites where, you know, to bring in a lot of external traffic, but at the same time, if you really want to know what's going on, you should always go back into Google and just like do a real search and see if like this is something that's popular that you have no clue about. So unimpressed frog. Now we have an overview of what's going on. Apparently this is a thing. This is a thing. And you know, I had no clue about the unimpressed frog. But obviously this mug right here is not a print-on-demand mug. Once again, this is something that is, I don't know if it's handcrafted or ordered from AliExpress, but they made it look like it's not an Alibaba style product. It doesn't look like it's heavily manufactured, although they probably have hundreds of them. So the way they took the photos, it makes it look like, you know, it is handmade, but this is a popular design that I see. It's unimpressed mug. And this is one of the many other products they have. This is pretty cool, very unique. What you can always do too is go back on Etsy, just type in unimpressed frog and see what else is going on. Frog has been very popular. I mean, I'm familiar with this type of stuff, but the actual unimpressed frog thing, that's pretty interesting. All right, so anyways, let's click on analyze listing. 2,400 per month. Awesome. All right, so on to the next thing. I need a Diet Coke. Obviously, this is something that's trademarked, copyrighted. Whenever you're selling something like this, don't get greedy. Take what you can and run. A lot of people ask how you get away with stuff like this. Some companies are very active active in the trademark. They're coming on here daily. Some companies do cleanup sweeps, like they come on every other month, like, all right, it's time to go after the sellers and see who's selling what. Sometimes some companies only do it like once a year. Some companies just kind of wave it off, and like when it comes on their trail, they go after it and they send out a cease and desist. They start sending out those trademark violations. So, you know, my best advice is, obviously we've already gone through many products that are doing more sales. Let's see if it's been doing more sales than a product like this, and you can have a long lasting business in comparison to something that's more of a quick run. So this is like $2,900 per month. 12 people bought this in the last 24 hours. You know, this isn't something that I would recommend, but I know a lot of you guys always have questions like, how do I get away with this? How do I get away with this? It is like speeding. I think that's one of the best analogies that I've heard. When it comes to stuff like this, sometimes you get caught, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get pulled over, sometimes you don't get pulled over. Sometimes you can go over the speed limit for years, have no problems. But then one time you get caught and all of a sudden you get hit with that fine. So, you know, just really think about that as well. So with a product like this, you don't even need to take advantage of too much of the listing template and stuff itself. Although theirs is really nice. The thing is, you know, obviously the trademark itself is always going to sell itself. If you're ever interested and don't know if something's trademark or not, you can always go to United States Patent Trademark Office.gov, go to their search system, and then right here, let's go ahead and type in unimpressed frog, and then we'll see how much of items that are dead. We can uncheck that. Now we see all the ones that are alive, and most time you're probably selling like an apparel. So if you want to see the right category, I think you would click sort. Let's click on class. All right, so it is class 25 for apparel and stuff, but I'm not too sure. Okay, I think you would do class 9 through 0. This one says like 24, whatever, 25. There used to be one where you could just fill it out, I believe, somewhere. Oh, I think it's in the expert right here. All right, cool. I'm an expert. Now I think you would click 25, and I don't really see anything directly for unimpressed frog in that category. So, you know, that's a quick way to be able to do a quick search. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have I have rabies. Man, you guys wear anything, huh? So at the end of the day, it's not about what you wear, it's about what your customer would wear. All right, so this is it. I like the color it's going on, that light brown with the dark brown, but I like the mock-ups, the colors going on, that font going with it. I'm just kind of blown away by like what people wear. Let's go ahead and analyze this right here. $6,600 per month for this. That's crazy for a hoodie too. So I know they're getting a lot. Man, they're getting about $39. The $22 are for the tees. Shipping as well. This is a new one for me. Let's go to the trademark search. So this is one of the things that's going crazy. You would want to see if this is trademark or not. I don't see anything. So there you go. I'm gonna leave you with that. Found you a winning product. Right there. If this video helps you out, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. If you ever need help, maybe be one of my next 6 or 7-figure students, go ahead and click the link down below. You can watch that video, apply, book a call with me and my team. And you know what? I'll see you in the next one. Go ahead and comment. Let me know if this video was helpful. This was really straight to the point. I talked about a lot of things that you probably slept on. That's going to help you out a lot. I promise you that. All right. See you on the next one.